burritos, door decorations, and cutting in the buffet line, and a whole bunch of overreaction going on in today's comments because it is Saturday, and Saturday morning means what every cruiser wants. Good Saturday morning, everybody. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to this week's episode of What Every Cruiser Wants. And we've got new cruise comments for you this week. Cruise comments that, in my opinion, are filled with some overreaction. See, when it comes to cruising, there's going to be some hiccups here and there. They happen. Not every person on that ship is going to think like you, act like you, believe in everything you believe in. And yes, sometimes things will happen on cruise ships that are probably going to piss you off. But there does come a point where your reaction to these things is a bit excessive. And in today's comments, what they're asking for to happen, it's excessive. Now, first up today, we got a person that loves some burritos. They like burritos from the Blue Iguana onboard Carnival cruise ships. Nothing wrong with that. You like the burrito? Get the burrito. If that's your favorite place to get a meal, get your meal from there. No issues, no problem. But the comment doesn't just come from the fact that they love burritos. The comment comes from the fact that Guy's Burgers is getting more love, according to them, than Blue Iguana and the burrito. And because they feel the burrito's not getting enough love, they got to write in a crazy comment. Got to get the rude in there just because somebody isn't talking about specifically what they want to talk about, and I guess what they want to hear about. Go to hell, John Heald. Burger this, burger that. How about burritos? Burritos are the perfect meal. They taste delicious, are a good balance of protein and carbs, and you get at least one of your 5 a day, all wrapped up for convenient eating. How about some balance instead of kissing blank's blank? Who really takes the time out of their day to write in a comment explaining their love of the burrito? Guy's Burgers gets a lot of love, gets a lot of attention, gets a lot of comments put out. Why? It's one of the most popular things on board Carnival cruise ships. Guy's Burgers on a Carnival cruise ship, it's a thing. I mean, it just is. Does not mean that Blue Iguana is not popular. Doesn't mean people don't like to eat there. I like to eat there. I like what they serve. Oh, those little chicken tacos they make over there make an excellent, excellent lunch. And if you prefer that to a burger, again, not a problem. But why? Why? Explain why. You've got to write in a comment that starts off with, go to hell, John Heald. Why? Because he talked about burgers and not burritos? And then why end your comment with, how about some balance instead of just kissing blank and blank, which is, burgers behinds, guys behinds. Either one of those would fit in there. But why? Why do it? Why even act like that? Makes no sense over something as simple as a burrito. But what do you guys think? Guy's Burgers? Blue Iguana? Do you want the burger or do you want the burrito? Next up, we're going to talk about door decorations, particularly a stolen door decoration. And I get where if you put decorations on your door, you're happy, you're proud of them, and somebody comes by and takes one, steals one from you, I get how that would piss somebody off. Completely understand that part. However, their reaction, the punishment that they feel that the individual is due, well, it might be a little over the top. Now, I also understand there's parents out there that they probably need to watch their kids a whole lot better. There is a small percentage of parents out there that put their kids on cruise ships, let them run wild, running up and down the hallway, pretty much doing whatever they want to do, while these particular parents are, in the adults' pool, drinking, and have no idea where their children are. Small percentage. It is definitely not every parent on that ship. But there's enough that it's a subject of discussion. There are comments out there where there are kids running up and down the halls, knocking on doors, taking door decorations. But if one of these kids is caught doing it, should that kid be thrown off of the cruise ship? That's the question, and exactly what this person thinks should have happened. I posted about this on the Carnival Blank Passenger Facebook forum. Annoyingly, on our recent cruise, our door decoration was stolen. It was a Buffalo's Bill logo and banner. I reported this. Guest services and security returned it to us the following day. They refused to tell me if the thief had been taken off that ship that day in Amber Cove. I later found out that they had not been and received no punishment. Is this a sign of the times? I guess Carnival is California, where you can steal $950 or less, and law enforcement probably won't bother to investigate. And if they do, prosecutors will let it go. Even if they were kids, they should have been taken off the ship and made to pay their own way home. All right, so a door decoration was taken. It was stolen. They reported it to security. Security watched the tapes, found out who did it, where it was, and returned it back to this passenger. Okay, now what more than likely happened here is security dealt with that individual, whether it was a kid, whether it was an adult, whatever happened, security dealt with it. Whatever punishment was given out was given out. But they are not going to come back and tell you necessarily, well, this is exactly who it was. This is exactly what we did. Instead, they're just going to return your item, which is what they did. Now, clearly, security didn't tell them anything because they didn't say if it was an adult. They didn't say if it was a kid. They are assuming it was a kid, but security didn't tell them, nor are they going to. So I'm willing to bet this person really has no idea if any punishment was given or not. But is it an overreaction to say a door decoration was taken, it was recovered, it was returned, and the punishment should be they should be immediately thrown off of the cruise ship, made to pay their own way home, even if it was a child? Is that an overreaction in this case? Now, I am not condoning stealing whatsoever. If people are caught stealing on a cruise ship, they absolutely should receive some type of punishment. There should be a consequence for the action. 100% believe that. But is it an overreaction to want them removed from the cruise ship, dropped off in the next port, and made to pay their own way home? So that's my question to you guys. Is that an overreaction in this case? Should the cruise line handle whatever punishment they feel is necessary? Or should it be just the general rule? You did this on a cruise ship, your punishment is automatically off at the next cruise port. Which way do you guys fall on that one? And finally, a really extreme overreaction over the lines in the buffet. And everybody's got their own opinion about buffet lines. Should you get in the line and wait even if you just want one little thing? If there's a space, is it okay to step in and grab something real quick? To say to someone else, hey, excuse me, is it all right if I just grab, this item here real quick and I'll get out your way? That's all I need. They say, sure, yeah, no problem. You step in, get what you need, go back to your table. And I've seen comments from both sides. People that say, I don't have a problem with someone asking to step in. And I've also seen comments from people that say, look, it's a line. Lines work one way, get your butt to the end and wait like everybody else. People got opinions on that. Me personally, we're all on vacation. We're all trying to get something to eat. As long as we're polite and respectful to each other, I think the buffet lines can work just fine. Now that brings us to today's comment. And a little bit of extremism because, yeah, they're asking for something pretty severe over buffet line etiquette. Guests that leave a large gap in front of them when in line at the buffet that allows another guest to step in should be removed from the buffet line by security, taken off the ship in the next port, and banned from all cruise lines. Okay. So they're not even talking about the person that stepped in the line. They're talking about the individual that was in line, is going through the buffet, is getting stops and gets their food. While they are getting their food, a gap appears between them and the person in front of them. So somebody steps in and grabs something. They're talking about the person in the line, not the one that stepped in. So if this person is not moving fast enough and allows a gap to form in the buffet line where somebody could step in, security should run over, yank them out of the buffet line. They should be taken off the ship at the next cruise port and receive a lifetime ban. a lifetime ban for not getting their food fast enough in the buffet line. Because what happens when you get to that one section of the buffet line where you want maybe 2 or 3 different things? So you're getting a little bit of this, you're getting a little bit of that, you get a little bit of this, and a gap forms between you and the person in front of you. And while you're getting your food and this gap forms, security is thundering down the deck to yank you out of line and throw you off the ship. Who in their right mind thinks that's a good idea? Who thinks you should get thrown off the cruise ship for getting food in the buffet line not as fast as somebody else wants you to get it? You took your time and somebody else was allowed to step in and grab something. But they're not interested in the person who stepped in the line. That person is okay. That person, nothing happens to them. But the person that allowed it to happen gets yanked out of line by security. And that has got to be one of the most excessive punishments for someone eating lunch I have ever heard in my life. This is just the top of the ridiculous category right here. To me, it sounds like this person here is just not real happy about lines in the buffet. Maybe they should consider other alternatives for where they eat their lunch. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that seem overly excessive to you? All right, and that is going to be our video this week for what every cruiser wants. You guys let me know in the comments below. Are burritos not getting enough love? Should the burrito be the #1 loved item on board a cruise ship? Should someone who takes a door decoration off of a door and then it is returned, should they be kicked off of the cruise ship? And finally, if you're that person leaving the gap in the buffet line, wow, a lifetime ban from all cruise lines as security drags you away from lunch. Does anybody agree or disagree with this week's comments? Let me know below. Now, if you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day and a really great weekend. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.